Hey everyone, I'm Brian Sparks, editor of Greenhouse Grower, and we are back with Dr. Allan Armitage. How are you, Allan?
Hey Brian, I can have no complaints, and if I do complain, nobody listens. So I think life is good here in the slow lane. Very, very good.
Awesome. Well, hey, we're excited to get these videos going again. I know it's been a little while, so but this is a great chance for our audience to catch up with you and learn more about, what you're seeing in varieties and consumer trends and everything like that. So let's start with because we're well into fall right now, hitting the winter season. So it's a popular time of year for houseplants. What are you seeing right now in terms of important houseplant trends that people should be aware of?
Well, I am seeing some of the same and then some differences. And some of the same is that we're always going to have pothos, and we're always going to have green things just to brighten up the house. And I'm all for it, man. Tell me what, give me a philodendron or a Dieffenbachia or something like that. That's just terrific. And this is what people are looking for, particularly young people. I'll say, we're both a little older than young people, and the fact is that when I see young people at a garden center or at some plant store, and they really are, if not embracing, at least looking closely at some of these really cool houseplants.
Yeah,
But we can never get away from what I call color in the garden. And if your garden is your living room or your den or wherever, color is still important there on the plants. And that's why I want to see more of our old fashioned plants. I
yeah.
want to see more African violets. African violets been around forever, and we have some great African violet growers. I know we do, but they've lost some of their luster for some reason. Orchids, of course, roses, of course, kalanchoe have exploded, and that's been fantastic because they got double flowers, single flowers, we got orange, we got red, we got all sorts of stuff. So I'm really excited when I start seeing the flowering houseplants.
Hmm.
And let's face it, they're not going to continue to flower, but they're going to be wonderful while they're there. And then, of course, the backdrop of some of the bigger houseplants, uh, you know, like the palms and like the phillows and all that stuff. So
Sure.
it's good to see, and it's good to see what I call Generation Z or Generation Z sort of congregating around some of these cool houseplants. They really seem to enjoy that.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, you mentioned one of your last columns. Not only is that generation, looking toward houseplants, they're looking specifically for name varieties in some cases where it's on the breeder and the marketer to really come up with a name that's going to jump
Yes.
out right away.
Well, there's no doubt because again, we're talking about the younger, and I said, well, I don't know what that means, the younger generation. I mean, I love houseplants too, but we're talking about some of these people who you're gonna name them anyway. They're gonna name them like they name their dog, and that's great. So if we come up with some really at least reasonable names, not just green houseplant, then I think that's also going to help a little bit. So I guess we're going after right at this time of year, but certainly this time of year.
Yeah.
I think the houseplant thing, whoever's selling plants should be selling flowering houseplants as well as good looking full houseplants.
Hmm.
I think that's really still a very important part of our market.
Okay. And if you're watching this video, you can find Allan's most recent column on greenhousegrower.com and continue to watch for more videos like this. Thanks, Allan.
Hey, let's continue this, Brian. Thank you.
Definitely.